What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seatbelt. All right, so first of all, happy Martin Luther King Day to everyone out there. Hope you guys are having a safe and fun time. For those of you that are off today, get your rest before going back tomorrow. So we gotta discuss Mario Kart 9, or the next Mario Kart again for a minute. So since this is the only Switch 2 game that is officially like shown or announced, or I should just say shown, because technically they didn't even really announce the game yet. They just showed the footage, so we don't know the title. We don't know if it's actually called Mario Kart 9 or anything like that. But we've seen some short, compressed, technically kind of off-screen kind of footage. And a lot of people have their opinions about that. Some people thought it looked pretty good. Some people thought it looked horrible. People are trying to decide if the game is actually a next-gen leap, or if this game is a cross-gen game with the past Switch. I posted a link on Twitter the other day to another YouTuber who's apparently a developer, who was describing the differences in graphical techniques between Mario Kart 9 and Mario Kart 8. And it was supposed to show that actually, the Switch 2 was a lot more powerful than the regular Switch because of these techniques that are being displayed. So check that video out so you know what I'm talking about. But there's been recent discussion on whether or not Mario Kart 9 or the next Mario Kart could potentially be a cross-gen game. Now, there's other games that are believed to be probably cross-gen, such as Metroid Prime 4 and such as the next Pokemon game. And people seem to be okay with that. But when it comes to Mario Kart, a lot of people have pushback on if Mario Kart 9 could be a cross-gen game. Now, I want to say this. We can't 100% rule out Mario Kart 9 being cross-gen. And it's not just because of what the graphics that they showed us. It's because some time ago, years ago, I actually heard that Mario Kart 9 was coming to the Switch. And not only that, it was coming out years ago. So I even made a lot of vague tweets that I saved, and I was going to come back and post them in a video when the game finally got shown. But unfortunately, because of Twitter's new layout, I can't even find the tweets anymore. I actually saved it on my old computer, which I don't have anymore. But I did make a video back in 2019, the end of 2019, and I want you guys to check out what I say there. With the PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox launching around November of next year, a lot of people are saying that Nintendo needs to come out with a more powerful system. They got to have a Pro ready. They got to have something ready to compete with these monster powerful systems. But that's the thing. They really don't. All Nintendo needs to do to compete and compete well with the PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox next holiday is put out some really, really good games. And from what I've been hearing, they're going to do just that. It sounds like next year will probably have the most first-party output from Nintendo on the Switch since 2017. It's going to be a great year for Nintendo. But it'll be very interesting next year. I'll just tell you that. But from what I've been hearing of what could be coming to the Switch next year from Nintendo, PlayStation 5 and Xbox, y'all need to watch y'all's back. Now, in that clip, I'm talking about Mario Kart 9. Now, there's a reason why I was so confident that Nintendo had nothing to worry about, even with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series coming out, because I've been hearing that Mario Kart 9 would be launching around that time. And the tweet that I was looking for, I was saying that people, something along the lines of people say they don't need something until it comes out or until it's announced. I was talking about Mario Kart because there was all these people online talking about, oh, we don't need a new Mario Kart. Mario Kart 8 selling just fine. Oh, man, we don't need a new Mario Kart. We don't need a new Mario Kart. We don't need a new Mario Kart. And I'm just thinking, yeah, when it gets announced, y'all going to be jumping on it. But because Mario Kart 8 kept selling and kept selling and kept selling, and because its fans kept saying, we don't need a new Mario Kart. We can wait. We can wait. We can wait. They did. And not only did they wait, to my complete surprise, I was shocked when this happened. That's when they announced, about a year or so after the game I was hearing was supposed to come out, they announced a booster pass. So I was like, yeah, this game is never coming. Like, people hyped up a port of Mario Kart 8 so much that the Switch isn't getting its own Mario Kart. So now, with the current Mario Kart finally being shown during the Switch 2 reveal, it looks like the Switch would have never gotten its own Mario Kart. But based on what I was hearing back then, that might not be the case. So if you guys watch that video that developer posted, you probably come to the conclusion, oh, well, it's clear. The stuff that's being shown here is impossible on the original Switch or Mario Kart. But the thing that you guys have to take heed to is the fact that he was comparing to Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 is a Wii U game. Now, the Switch version runs at a higher resolution, but at its base, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a game from 2013. So, technically, you can't say that a Mario Kart, you can't talk about how good or bad or what a Switch version of Mario Kart would be capable of, because you never saw it. We've never seen footage of a ground up Mario Kart game. So completely ruling out a cross-gen port just because you see more players on screen than Mario Kart 8 from the Wii U doesn't really hold water. The Switch was more powerful than the Wii U. So of course the Switch version should look better than Mario Kart 8, right? Now, that doesn't mean that this game is cross-platform. I mean, we've seen what happened with Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 was supposed to come out a long time ago. Even Miyamoto was saying that it was almost finished. But then, magically, the game got scrapped and they restarted it. And then we finally just got Pikmin 4 not too long ago. Now, a similar thing could have happened with Mario Kart. The game could have been in development for the Switch. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe kept selling and selling and selling. Yeah, people online talking about how they didn't need another Mario Kart. And Nintendo said, all right, and scrapped it. That's a possibility. They could have scrapped it and then focused on the Switch 2 version, bringing it to the Switch 2. I mean, this was 5 years ago, so that's completely possible that happened. But it's also possible that this game is cross-platform, and I think you guys need to make sure that you don't rule that out, so that if it does get announced that it's cross-platform, that you're not shocked. Now, is it the worst thing in the world if it is cross-platform? Not really when you think about it, because Mario Kart 8 is still a great looking game, and honestly, when you look at even the kart racers on the more powerful systems, they don't look that much better than Mario Kart 9. Like, even on those more powerful systems. So there's that. But then also, let's say that the game is cross-platform and there are 24 players on screen at a time, even in the Switch version. That means that the Switch 2 version could have that same thing, but with ray trace reflections, but with HDR. And if it's 60 frames per second on the Switch, on the base Switch, that means the Switch 2 version could potentially be 120 frames per second. So it's not the end of the world if this game is cross-platform, and it might not be, but I just want you guys to know that there's a chance that it will be. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section.